Welcome back. Here it is, the possibly a an episode. I can already tell right off the bat I'm gonna have to do a. Oh,
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? We can't save them all.
well. Anyway, are you guys gonna raise the gate? Oh, there's Halsin.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
It's quite a day for reunions. Halsin has returned, too, and I expect he'll want to speak with you. As for us,
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
We'll see you there. Patched together sack. Oh. You know, for the cleric that likes to get beat up on. It's gonna look weird without her, I guess, circlet is what you want to call it. Alright. I almost wanted to say tiara, but it's like, no, that's more like a crown.
That's it. We can head to the city. Don't know about you, but I'm ready to start my life again.
Well, if you make it.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the Grove. I am in your debt, my friend. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. Korga. Poor child. The Grove will be a dimmer place without her potential. But you are right. You had no choice. I failed her long before you arrived. The shadows could not have tempted her if I had taught her as I should have. But the Grove still stands even if she does not, thanks to you.
No, what happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Never mind, it took me 3 days to get here. Alright.
Elturel didn't want us, and those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared.
Well,
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
aw.
It smells bad out here. I want to go home.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
Gods. It seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Or need to break camp fast. Remember, find the river and follow it downstream.
I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
Let's be sure. We need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
Mattis says we should say thank you.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate. Always a deal to be done, even now.
Such a weird kid. Hmm. Wait, where's my coin? I guess they don't show up, but I got 4,000.
Try not to die up there.
Still.
What's
I'll
this?
kiss you when you
Mattis,
stop
this is
bleeding,
junk.
lunks.
Where's the back at hauling it with us?
I'm your lovely.
Weapons we have on show. The less likely anyone will give us trouble.
Actually did it!
We did.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
They'll change from now on.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
She has some nice scale armor.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
I think she's a bard.
Come on, you're not picking a gift.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
Now it's back to the road, I suppose.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Here lies Cannon.
We did it.
He gave his life defending others.
Did it!
He will be missed.
For Cannon.
He'd be proud of you. I know he would.
They buried him near where he died. He was the guy in the cutscene that was trying to hold up the gate winch and basically took an arrow.
go! I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
Thought you'd left us to our fate running off like you did. Glad I was wrong.
Don't let that place cast a shadow on your head forever.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Back to packing.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
I will see you again, Arabella, no doubt.
This lot better get used to berries. Do you need help, Icaron?
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Alright. Getting...
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Sick of running from those rats.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
That guy kind of looks like Adam Driver.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
Alright, here we are. Cue the montage. Okay, so yeah, sorry for the break. I figured not to bore you while I spend another 20-25 minutes of needless recording and selling a bunch of stuff. And we didn't sell everything, unfortunately. We have so much stuff that that Aaron actually ran out of money. So yeah, I'm gonna try elsewhere. Let's go down here. Also, he still has some legendary items. I'm gonna try one last time to pick it from him. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, though. I'll have to get Astarion and see how that goes.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through. I wish I had better, but this is all I have.
Well, you don't always get angry about it. I mean, I guess you could be, but... Alright, we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so we were able to sell off even more crap. I could probably sell off yet even more still, but not really necessary. Really just checking to see if there's anything I missed. Ash of a Dusk, wooden chest. There's nobody around here anymore. Can't be stealing you if no one sees you. The Devil You Know, an autobiography. So that was all you had, huh? Bag of rotten food.
Always room for more.
Alright, what was that? Oh, booze. Symbian Red. Is it a wine? I guess so. Thespian Memoir. Hmm. I know it's the part about looting that's not exactly fun.
Right tool will do the trick.
This is the Luckpicking Lawyer, and today we're rolling a d20. Oh no. Oh. It would have been so ironic to fail that. A battle-worn blade, and... Oh. See, when I see stuff like that, like that's clearly like a soldier's blade that they fell or whatever, and this is their cash. I feel bad, but I took it anyway. Because, you know, video games typically don't care. Booze! Scruffy vagabond clothes. Frumpy hat. Rotten cheese. Hmm. Well, hello. I missed this. The realm according to Bumpo. Oh, this is nice. Quite lovely. What's over this way? Just keeps going on and on, don't it? Oh.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, you'd be able to see Karlach there for the first time. Huh. I wonder if you could have sniped her from there. What's this? Cragged rock? Hello? We'll take it. Alright, it's about party time, wouldn't you say? Checking around the grove one last time. There was a tiefling in here that I remember lost feeling her legs for a bit. I don't think she's in here now. Yeah, I think she's already out and recovered. Wow, all kinds of deadly poisons in here. Druid's Ledger. Oh, just a supply log. I don't know if I necessarily condone stealing. That's still active. Okay. I guess that's a quick way near the dark if I wanted to jump. No one's gonna stop me? Okay. It's not marked. Shite. Good thing I have a lot of thieves' tools. Fishing rod. I do kind of want to take that idol, but at the same token, it's against my nature too.
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable. Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the Grove.
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it. Lay down and bask in its warmth.
We're free of the goblins, but the grove is changed. Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
Not to put a damper on that.
I hear the goblin leaders met their ends. Unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the Grove.
Yeah, about that Halsin sticking around, but... Alright, let's go to camp. There's a party waiting for us. Bumped into him.
No, no, an owlbear.
Toddlers are easier to please than you lot.
So many people in our camp. Let me save real quick.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Think of all the goblins you killed.
True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
Number 3 is definitely not happening with you. I'm sorry. If you're...
Not at all. I was hoping for companionship. And, well, maybe a little death. Figuratively speaking. Not with you, just to be clear. I mean, can you imagine? Ugh, no. Anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have someone else to sniff around.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
What you got, Mole?
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
Sounded dangerously close to a compliment.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
That kid, man.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades, yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself.
Nah, she's not bitter at all, man. Holy shit. Lizelle kind of hates me now.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Ouch, if I want a song about me, I'll write it myself.
But of course, you achieved something far beyond mere fact. That deserves to be remembered.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
I still don't think you really needed my help breaking out of a goblin prison. Or just saying.
I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. Why, you're naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all.
I already have a name. I didn't ask anyone to write my story.
Far too much. This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god, perhaps? I must deliberate. Go. Enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to come.
You haven't really done shit. You're supposed to be a supply source, but you're not even doing that right.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
Are you talking about your cat?
By a Geron's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. Given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable. Wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. Given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve. Smart does her a disservice. She's a fine wizard in her own right, though somewhat held back by her lack of opposable thumbs. You remind me of her somewhat. There's a steeliness in you, an unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
Bad luck on that front. I'm actually a nymph in disguise. So you mind you of your pet? How romantic.
I assure you, were you to meet Tara, you would see the comparison for the flattery it is. But perhaps that's not a point worth laboring further. Suffice it to say, I think rather a lot of you. And there aren't many on this plane who I'd give such high praise.
Okay, well, I'm like between 2 and 3. It's not really that great of a compliment if you think about it. It's like okay, a Tresem, sure. Like, I don't know, shrug emoji.
One doesn't become the most powerful archmage in Waterdeep and lover to the goddess of magic herself by having low standards. I assure you, when I tell someone they're wonderful, I mean it. And you are wonderful. Wine is to wit, as meat is to... Oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point. Perhaps we'd better leave it at that. My eloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go, indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Ah. The game is really trying to get me to hook up with Gale. So sorry. I just personally don't swing that way.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Except you don't make it. But you tried. That's all that matters.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland.
Hush you, and behold!
Good job.
Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
The moment we hit the city, let's look for our own place.
Roland can finally have his own folded.
Where's Will?
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Yeah, go have a pint, bro. Chill out.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
I mean, granted, I kind of get it. There's one or two times in my life I've gone to a party and it's like, man, I really don't want to be here.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible and with such lovely company. With you, and just lately, I feel like I can remember what it's like to be good.
Can't imagine there was a lot of antics for her or something in Avernus like that.
I tried in the beginning. Blew up in my face spectacularly. Lesson learned. Never try to befriend a devil, cambion, or imp. Orphans are good for a drink and joke, but you can't turn your back on them. But hey, enough about that. That's history now. I want to think about the future. The one nice thing about being trapped in the inexorable grind of time is you've always got something to look forward to. Me too. I don't think I've ever looked forward to anything as much. You better go enjoy the party before I do something I'll regret. I like you unburnt, after all. Bye, soldier.
That's certainly a different interaction from last time. What you up to?
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Let me guess, refugees?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later. Share a bottle with me?
I'd be glad to.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
I'll find you after everyone's turned in for the night.
Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Oh, baby. Getting spicy.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
I'm gonna go to Shadowheart, obviously. Full stop, she's still my favorite. Although it's a pretty close, just above Karlach level.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Oh, we're skipping right to this scene.
Made it. Come here. Sit with me. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
To us would be kind of bold. Sure.
Dominant, self-centered, savoring another's loss. I like it. To victory. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
About me, huh? Surprised you even cared.
You must have an extraordinary affinity for the darkness. I'm jealous. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
A little give and take is only fair.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shah, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now. Perhaps. But please, enough about me. Sharing's bad for my complexion. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. Another moment won't kill them, I suppose. Well, it might, but let's take that risk. Thank you for last night. Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
That didn't hurt, did it? Good to know. For the future. Let's head back, if we must.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
I guess everybody's here. I just can't see them very well.
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Ugh.
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aridon and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Yeah, the Underdark's pretty much where I'm from, so I'll take it.
Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel, I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Yeah, what about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Who?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Very shrewd of you.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started. I advise you start in the Temple of Seluna. If you find the Dark Justiciar's hidden entrance, it could lead you all the way to Moonrise.
Well, I already know how both routes go. So it doesn't particularly matter which way you go in Act 2. They both lead the same. And as far as I know, you still can technically do both routes anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter which choice you make first, but for simplicity's sake and for where I know I'm going to go, well, you're just going to have to find that next time. So we had a good party, and yeah, we'll break off here and call it an episode. See you next time.